How to become the most sought after practice in your space. The practice next to you does similar work, charges similar fees, has a similar portfolio, but they're the only name that is getting called. Not because they are better, but because they are positioned better. You already know something is off between the work and the inquiries. And this video is all about closing that gap. You send a proposal and hear nothing back. No pushback, no negotiation, just silence. That's a positioning and an offer problem. The client didn't understand the value in what they were buying. That's a positioning and an offer problem. You won a project beneath your caliber. That is a positioning and an offer problem. The brief reflects how your practice is understood, not by you, but by the market. Most practices are being misread, not because the work isn't good. Excellence gets priced like competence when it isn't clearly communicated. And being underestimated is a brand problem, not a market problem. They are not ignoring you, they are reading you incorrectly. When the reader's wrong, the right clients call someone else. And most practices at this level aren't standing still. They are pitching, they are in the rooms, they are sending the proposals, following up, doing every single thing right, but the pipeline stays inconsistent. One strong brief, then three wrong ones. A client goes quiet when the proposal lands. You win, but you had to convince them. You were chosen, but it felt like persuasion. Compared against practices in a different league, a client arrives uncertain. The conversation becomes about convincing, not about choosing. But that's not a pitch problem, it's a position and an offer problem. The client didn't arrive already convinced. Your proposal didn't hold them. The practices that shape culture never chased relevance. They communicated value before any conversation, and that wasn't luck, it was a system. And most practices misread how they are seen and got their offer wrong too. Your offer isn't just a services list. Everyone has a list. And positioning is why you're the only option. And your offer is making that valuable undeniable. When both are right, inquiries change, briefs change, and the silence after proposal stops. And when a client goes to your proposal, they didn't object to the number, they lost conviction. And conviction never built before they reached you. And that is not a pricing problem, it's a brand and an offer problem. And it's fixable, not by working harder, only by what clients see before they call you. And what you put in front of them, that is what a brand system does. A brand system makes decisions for you. Before you walk into any single room, it tells the right client, this practice understands what I need. It tells the wrong client, this isn't for you. It communicates your caliber first, before any single conversation starts, and you become the only obvious choice. When wrong fit inquiries disappear, briefs start reflecting your actual caliber, and you're the only name considered before anyone else is approached. And this is the brand value method, a complete framework engineered to work before you enter any single room, without changing what you do, only what clients see before they reach out, and how your offer is built. It works across four integrated areas. First is your positioning. This is how the market reads you before any contacts. Second is your identity system, the engine that signals your value across every single touch point. The third is your offer architecture, how what you sell is built and communicated. And your fourth is your market authority, the layer that makes you known before you are found. And each component does a specific job. Together, they make the decision before you speak. And practices through this framework don't send proposals into silence. The decision is made before the call. And the right presence means less time convincing. And that is not a coincidence. That is the framework working. And if you've watched it so far, something in this has landed. And you already know that this is the gap. The next step is simple. Book a brand value breakdown, and we map out how you're currently seen and show you exactly where the gap is and the opportunity. And no pitch, no obligation, just clarity on what's holding you back. And on the call, our system will show you where the wrong fit inquiries can be replaced with the right ones, make you the only name that is considered, and how to build an identity system that speaks before you do. And here is what this looks like. Wani ran at a generous firm, strong work, but not the right clients. The brand wasn't communicating high value, positioned the firm as a specialist. Rebuilt the brand to signal that value, and high value project inquiries increased. Not because the work has changed, but because how they were read changed, and turned how you are known into consistent right inquiries. A attracts the clients before they start looking. Link is a blow. And book your brand value breakdown and join the practice becoming the obvious choice. Thank you.